All right, so today is August 9th, 2021, and we're with Andrea, and we're going over her Intermediate Astrologer's test. So I'm going to share the screen. To the test itself. And then there's 4 charts you should have that are related to the test. We're not going to go over the whole thing, but we're just going to read each question, and you can say them out loud if you already know them, but if you don't understand anything, I'm happy to explain or help out.
I feel like on the first one, okay, use the chart images below. What stands out? What chart patterns do you see for each individual? Write them below. Okay. So I guess my first question, because is can a chart have more than one pattern, or is it just like one solid?
Nope. Charts can have more than one. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, sorry, reaching over to my printer.
No problem.
Okay. Male, one. Okay. So I started to do this one and then kind of had that question. So for teal, I felt like she had kind of like a locomotive thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, trying to get her chart. Because the locomotive had everything, like had something in every chart or every house but 1 or 2, but the houses are busier than on the locomotive, so I wasn't sure there if that qualified, but my first instinct thought was that it was more like a locomotive chart for teal.
Mm-hmm. Let's look at hers.
And then
Oops.
I guess, is it just the planets I'm looking at, or is it the asteroids and stuff too?
The asteroids also.
Okay.
That's what can be confusing is depending on how many asteroids you add, because there's again, 22,000, but if you take all the asteroids off, it'd be a more clear indication of what kind of chart she has, but yeah, we're going to add the asteroids.
Okay. Then because of the asteroids, my initial thought was locomotive.
Locomotive is definitely one of the answers. Let's see.
And then does she have kind of like, she has something with like the triangles. I'm not sure it's necessarily a trine, but some sort of like a boomerang or a yod.
Yeah, because she could also have like I would call it mainly, I was just going to say like locomotive or
I didn't think splash because it didn't have like an opposing empty house.
Yeah, because splashes are usually like there's one thing in every house almost.
Right.
Yeah, these are the ones I wanted to do or wanted you to do on your own time because they could have more than one answer. And so it's helpful to write down the degrees because you'll get like surprises of maybe she has like one of these patterns where it's like a 6-pointed star.
Right.
So it's important to like just note the degrees and remember that it's allowed like a 5-degree difference when you're looking at the aspects of like an exact conjunction or an exact opposition is within 5 degrees. They call it a 5-degree orb.
Okay. Well, if that's one you want me to go over, I can do that one for sure by myself with the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So
then, I mean, these first questions, I think these first questions are all for you to go over yourself. Like, what quadrant hemispheres are dominant in the charts?
Okay.
The
chart signature, same.
Yeah, so.
Great. Okay.
And you understand about the quadrants, right?
The quadrants?
Yeah.
It's
and there's a little
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then where the horizon is, it's flipped. So what we think is north is actually south, and what we think is south is actually north.
Correct. So if you look at teal swans, with the quadrants, I would say that you mainly count the planets. You can count the asteroids, but it's easier to see what kind of personality she has if you just count the planets.
Okay.
So she's got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So like I would say like on teal, her self and private quadrant is definitely not dominant.
Would you say that she's got like the second quadrant?
I would say that dominant for her would be second and fourth almost even, but yeah.
Yeah, second. Yeah, second and fourth for sure. She's got like 5 or what?
1, 2, 3,
4 on the fourth quadrant, and then 5 on the second quadrant.
Yeah.
So it's pretty balanced. So developing awareness about the world, humanity, my goals in public service. She's very much about that. And then the
she's
second
also
house,
very like mysteriously private about certain things. I find when I'm
yeah.
like watching her do things, it's funny. Rob, when he listens to her, he's like, she's so depressing.
She kind of is.
That her voice is just like, I'm like, kind of, yeah, but like I totally resonate with that. I feel like I'm not like this overly like hyper person, so I'm like, nah, she's cool. Okay.
She's not like, hi guys, oh my god, rainbows and unicorns. She's more like, she tells it like it is, which there's a lot of depressing shit in the world.
Yes, that is true. Very, very true.
So yeah, I would say she's the second and fourth quadrant dominant. But yeah, just basically do that just to be more aware of what quadrants are when you're looking at someone's chart. You got Charles Manson, Gandhi, and Donald Trump also to look at. Also note what if the planets are more in their light part or their day part of the chart versus the night part of the chart.
Okay.
Or the above part of the chart is the rising part and below is the setting.
She's kind of like, 2 and 4 are good and 1 and 3 are not. So like half of herself is in the dark and half of herself is in the light.
Yeah, it's pretty balanced.
Also her like public self in quadrant 4 is rising into the light, and her private self is like setting into the second. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting because the rising, like you can see it as the sun. Like the sun is the rising part of the chart, which everyone sees. It's out in the open, it's conscious. And then the private part of the chart is more of the moon part of the chart. It's like secretive. So it makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely does. I'm just taking notes as we chat.
Yeah. What is the
Okay.
chart signature of Teal Swan? And that's the little worksheet I gave you where you add up the planets.
Okay.
Do you know how to calculate them?
This one or this one? I have both.
Let's see.
I have the one that has the points, the planet where we do. Yeah, your signature chart is your overall element mode, showing many of your traits, interests, and style. Is that one you want me to do on my own, since it'll take a little bit of time for me to like do all that?
We could do this one together so you have a refresher. But let's look. The one has the chart signature. It says chart signature worksheet. And then the other one is for the dominant houses. It has like no label.
And it's just like it has 2 on one side.
Yeah.
It's the one that's planet and sign in the house, ruled by in the house.
Exactly. That's the dominant houses one.
Okay.
So let's look at the chart signature where it's got the element, cardinal, fixed, mutable.
Yeah.
So let me pull up Teal Swan's chart.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Sorry, let me find a pencil.
No, you're fine. I have a pen and I was like, I'm probably gonna regret this.
Pencils are good for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one too. I have one close. Oh my god, it cannot move.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
Seriously. I found one, but I don't think it has any lead. I'll be fine though. I have a pencil and I have extras. Oh, it does have a little bit of lead.
All right, so I like to write the person's name on the top of the sheet. So you could use this as your records for like the next time you do this, you have a reference sheet as, oh yeah, this is how it works.
Okay.
So let's see. So two points go for the sun placement. So we see her sun is in Gemini, and Gemini is mutable air. So it gets 2 points in the air column and 2 points for the mutable column.
Okay.
And then 2 points for her moon. And her moon is in Aquarius, which is fixed air. So 2 points for air, 2 points for fixed.
Okay.
And then 2 points goes for her ascendant, which is in Cancer, which is cardinal water. So 2 points for water and 2 points for cardinal.
And then Mercury is in Gemini.
Okay. So that's mutable water or mutable air again. So 1.5 goes to air, 1.5 to mutable. 1.5 points goes to her Venus. Her Venus is in, you make sure,
Also,
Venus in 25 degrees Gemini. So 1.5 points to air, 1.5 points to mutable. And then her 1.5 points goes to Mars, and her Mars is in Scorpio, which is fixed water. So 1.5 to water, 1.5 fixed. 1 point for her Jupiter in Capricorn, which is cardinal earth. So 1 point to Earth, 1 point to Cardinal, 1 point to Saturn, for Saturn's in Scorpio, which is fixed water. So 1 point water, 1 point fixed. 0.5 points for Uranus, which is in Sagittarius, which is mutable fire. So 0.5 to fire, 0.5 to mutable. 0.5 goes to Neptune. Her Neptune is like, what, 0 degrees?
Capricorn.
Capricorn, so cardinal Earth. So 0.5 to Earth, 0.5 to cardinal, and then 0.5 to Pluto, which is 29 degrees Libra. So that's cardinal air. So 0.5 to air, 0.5 to cardinal. And now we add up each column individually. So 0.5 in fire, 1.5 in earth. Her air's got a lot. She's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.5 in air. Her water has 4.5. Cardinal has 3, 4. Fixed has 4.5. And her mutable has 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5.
So she's like air mutable dom. Maybe.
Yep, so she's air mutable dominant. So then when you look at the chart below, what is mutable air? Gemini.
Yeah.
So she is.
Her sun sign is Gemini.
So she's a Gemini chart signature. So the totality of her personality, her being is Gemini-like, which if you just seeing all her videos, she gets paid to talk. So that's very Gemini.
Yeah.
So then it says, your chart signature is your overall element and mode, showing many of your traits, interests, and style. And then it says, do you have an overabundance of an element? So if you look at hers, does she have an overabundance of an element?
Yeah, air.
Air. And then so you'd write down air.
And a lack of fire.
And like no fire. So you'd write lack of fire. And then it says, do you have an overabundance of a modality? So she's pretty balanced in the modalities.
Yeah, she is.
So I would just write balanced. And then it says, or lack of, no, she's just balanced. Yeah, so then, go ahead.
Everything's really close, balanced. I would just agree.
So then having this as a client, you would go, well, you seem to be a balanced person, but you're lacking in fire. And so you would give them some kind of homework to incorporate more fire energy into their life, like lighting candles, going to a sweat lodge or a sauna or the desert, or eating spicy foods, or wearing the color red, or getting like a red stone, like a garnet or a red jasper, or surrounding yourself with fire friends, like Leo's, Sagittarius's, and Aries. Mm-hmm. So this is a really helpful way to get to know someone like right away, just by doing this for somebody. You could literally just do this and charge for a service of like, this could be like your intake form for them. Just kind of looking at their charts and looking at their chart signature and seeing what the person needs, what they're lacking, or if they're actually a balanced person and they're not really needing anything in particular other than making sure they stay in balance.
Right.
Do you have any questions about this form?
Not about this one. My questions will be on the other one. And it's more just memorizing, I feel like, where the signs are in the houses. Well, obviously the sign in the house is on the chart, but what's ruled by what? And like the ancient versus modern rulings, that I just like have to familiarize myself more with that.
Okay, well, let's do this one together too then.
Okay.
You really only need one. There's just two on the page for two different people. You could cross one off or whatever. So you would, let's stick with Teal Swan here.
Okay.
And again, this chart is called dominant houses.
Say that again.
This chart is called dominant houses.
Okay.
And let's write next to each planet what their rule, like what see what their are you saying what the ruler is? Would that help you?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so the sun rules Leo. Is that what you mean?
Yep. So sun,
And then
Leo.
the moon is Cancer.
Okay.
Mercury is Virgo and Gemini.
Okay, so that's where, when it's two, that's where my brain is like, which one do I put then?
Both. It's interesting.
Okay.
It's interesting because as we evolve as a species and we bring more aspects into our consciousness, we'll discover more planets. And then the signs that share a planet will get their own planet.
Okay.
It's interesting that Aquarius used to be ruled by Saturn. That's our ancient ruler. But now we have our own planet. We used to have to share with Capricorns. Now we're like, we have our own planet. Uranus is better.
So then when we're talking about that, then for Saturn, we would just put Saturn to Capricorn and Uranus to Aquarius?
Yeah.
Or Saturn to Capricorn?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So a thing to research that might help you understand more about this is called decanates.
Okay.
So the decanates has to do with the degrees of each sign, and there's 3 decanates for each zodiac sign, or what they call them decans. So like Aquarius have 3 decans, right? So people that are born at the very beginning of those first degrees, like I think January 19th, or was it? No, it's January 21st is the first day of Aquarius. So Decan 1 would be like January 21st to like February 1st. And then the second Decan would be like February 1st to February 10th or something like that. And then the third Decan would be like February 10th to February 19th.
Right.
So depending on what Decan you're born in, you are co-ruled by a different planet. So it gets confusing, but it'll help you understand more about the degrees and about the zodiac signs. And then there's like ancient rulers. So they say the first decan of Aquarius, the January Aquarians, are co-ruled by Capricorn, because Capricorn's in January. So Capricorn Aquarians are way different than February Uranus Aquarians.
Right, or Pisces. Right.
So the first decan is Capricorn Aquarians. The second decan of Aquarius is Capricorn and Uranus. And then the third decan of Aquarius is double Uranus. So depending on what degree you're born in, you're co-ruled by a different planet. So I would definitely, maybe I should add that in my test or teach that, because it's really cool. The decanates or the decans of astrology are fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so
breaks it down even more.
So back to Mercury. So Mercury is Virgo and Gemini according to Western astrology. So we're not talking about the ancient rulers, though that's a really fun thing to learn about. So now Venus is ruled by Libra and Taurus.
Okay.
And then Mars, the ancient ruler was Scorpio, but now it's just Aries. And Jupiter, Jupiter Sagittarius. And I think Jupiter was the ancient ruler for Pisces. So yeah, Saturn is now Capricorn. Aquarius is now Uranus. Neptune is Pisces. And Pluto is Scorpio, which Pluto used to be like Pluto and Mars, or Scorpio and Aries had to share a planet before Pluto was discovered.
Okay.
All right. You with me so far?
Yeah, I'm just writing, and my kid distracted me because they're crying.
Oh, it's all good.
There's like hearer out there, so I stopped. My brain was.
My mom brain. I need.
Yep. Okay. So Saturn was Capricorn. Is that what we said?
And then Uranus is Aquarius. Neptune is Pisces. And Pluto is Scorpio.
Okay. Like I just got lost in the middle there. Okay.
You're good.
So then we're doing teal.
Yep. So again, I always write their name at the top. All right. Ready?
Yep.
All right. So now we're looking for the sun in the sign.
Okay.
So her sun.
Okay.
Mhm.
Gemini.
So you write Gemini.
And the 12th house.
Yep. And then the 12th house is ruled by Pisces. Or you could say Neptune. Let's say Neptune.
Okay.
Okay, so then you look where Neptune is.
For Neptune?
Yeah. Yep, this is all her we're focusing on. So her Neptune's in the 6th house, and then you write the 6th house.
Okay.
So the first column should say Gemini. So in the sign of Gemini in the 12th house, ruled by Neptune in the 6th house.
Okay.
So then we go to her moon. Her moon is in Aquarius. You'd write Aquarius. Or you could just write the glyphs. If you're to simplify, you can literally just write the little symbols of the glyphs.
Okay.
In the 7th house, is Libra and Venus. So you would write ruled by Venus.
Okay.
Actually, I recommend writing in the little symbols because it helps your brain like make that connection. Instead of writing out the word Venus, just draw the symbol Venus.
Okay.
And then her Venus is in the 12th house, right?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, so now we're looking at our Mercury, which is in Gemini. Write the little Gemini symbol in the 12th house. And again, the 12th house is Neptune and Pisces, so it's ruled by Neptune.
And her Neptune is in the 6th house.
Yep. So is this making sense?
Yes.
Cool. Let's just finish it though.
Okay.
All right, so her Venus, again, is in Gemini in the 12th house.
house.
So
And then so Neptune and the sixth
Yep.
house.
Yep.
Again. Okay.
So there's going to be a lot of repeats with her. You can see a theme already.
Right.
Now her Mars is in Scorpio, in the 5th house. So I create the little Scorpio symbol, 5th house. And the 5th house is ruled by Leo and the sun. So draw a little symbol for the sun. And then her sun is in the 12th house.
Okay. Yeah. Making much more sense this time.
All right, so her
Jupiter's in Capricorn.
So Capricorn in the 6th house, ruled by
Mercury.
So the 6th, yep. The house of Virgo, which is Mercury. And then
Gemini.
Yeah, so her Mercury in the 12th. Yep.
And Saturn is in Scorpio.
Saturn in Scorpio in the 5th house, which again is ruled by the sun.
And the 12th.
And the 12th. Yep.
Okay.
And so Uranus in Sagittarius. Sagittarius symbol, and Sagittarius is in her
5th-ish, 6th house, but
let's see, in the house. I lost my place.
I think it's in the 5th house, is it? If I'm reading the sign right.
Oh, we're looking at Uranus. Yeah, sorry. I got confused for a second. Yep, 5th
I
house.
was trying to figure out where you were talking. I'm like, I don't know. Okay, so 5th house.
Which is ruled by the sun. So draw a little sun symbol, and her sun's in the 12th. So, holy crap, she has a lot of 12th.
Yeah, she does.
All right, so we got Neptune now, and Neptune is in her what, Capricorn?
Yep,
Or zero degrees. Right? Yep.
So in the 6th house, though?
Yep.
Which is Mercury, and she has Mercury in her 12th house.
Yep.
Pluto, she has Libra in the 4th house, which is the moon.
Yep. 4th house is the moon or the mother, and her moon is in the 7th house. When the moon is in the 7th house. Now we're going to add them together. We're gonna, first what I do is I write down a little column on the bottom of the page for each house. So this is the 1st house, this is the 2nd house, this is the 3rd house, this is the 4th house, this is the 5th house, the 6th house. And then underneath that column, I write now, this is the 7th house, the 8th house, the 9th house, 10th house, 11th house. Now we're going to do little tally marks for each one. So we're going to look through the 2 columns of in the houses are the only thing we're going to pay attention to. So we're going to look at if there's any 1st house things. So we just put an X through it because there's not. There's no 2nd house, X.
There's no 3rd house.
No 3rd house, X. There's what, 1 4th house. 5th house, we got 1, 2, 3. And don't forget the other column, but we got 3 total. So 3 tally marks. 6th house, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5.
2 for the 7th.
The 7th, we got 1, 2. Yep.
Nothing
8th.
for the 8th. Nothing
So
for the 9th.
X. Let's look at 10th. No, 10th, X. And the 11th house? No, X. And now we're going to count all the 12th houses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Chief. So 9th house.
So this is how you check your work, though. We look at each columns. So what? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times 2 is 20. We have 20 possible points for houses. So then you add up all the tally marks you made for each house and make sure there's 20 total. And that's how you know that you did it correctly. So we got 1 for the 4th house, 3 for the 5th house, 5 for the 6th house, 2 for the 7th house, and 9 for the 12th house. So what? 9 plus 2 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1. So 11.
My brain went 9 plus 1 and then 5 plus 3 plus 2. 20. So then we have 12th house dominant, clearly.
Yep. So you would circle the 9th house and you would write a little note on the back of the page or the bottom of the page, 12th house dominant, or at the top of the page, 12th house dominant. So then you would have a little conversation with your client about, well, what does that mean?
Right.
So the 12th house is the collective unconscious. That makes perfect sense. Like this deck is literally talking about all of the collective unconscious's shadows.
Yeah.
The collective unconscious is the realm of shadows. It's like an ocean of everybody's thoughts that have ever been thought, or ever will be thought. Suppressed trauma is the 12th house. It's like deep spirituality and mysticism. It has to do with institutions like prisons and hospitals and retreat centers. It's the house of isolation and where you the self-undoing, where you get in your own way. So that's all she talks about is the 12th house.
She like held captive as a child?
Yeah, and she was in isolation for like 13 years of her life. Like this is definitely her. Like she is when I look at her, she like is the embodiment of that house. Yeah. That is it's a hard house. The collective unconscious and isolation, but that's where she found the power of her mind. Is she, when you're held captive and you're getting tortured and you're watching other kids dying, you start focusing on other things. So yeah, she's literally perfect for what she does. She's designed for it, or she designed herself for this, for coming down here and teaching all about the 12th house. So this makes a lot of sense when you break somebody down into what they're here to focus on. And so I would definitely, did we do this for you?
We did. I have it right here.
What was your dominant house?
7th house dominant, Venus, Libra.
Oh, that makes sense. So relationships you're here to learn about relationships and maybe teach about partnerships, like what makes a healthy partnership work, what makes a cooperation work. There's so many people, including myself, that don't know how the hell to make a relationship work. So we need a teacher for that. So that makes sense. So does this all make sense to you?
It does. Yes. So much more than before. Like I don't know. It clicked this time and it didn't last time, but definitely. I could definitely repeat it by myself.
Okay. You can always reach out. But yeah, I felt you got it. Cool. Yeah. Let's go on to the other questions.
Okay. I think so. Like the next number 4 is Arabic parts.
Uh-huh.
I think I remember how to do that. I think I can do that one on my own if you want.
So using Arabic,
we can.
Yeah, we can. So using Arabic parts, find Donald Trump's part of death and disaster using mathematical calculations. Use the worksheet sent in your previous class paperwork to calculate this. All right, I gotta find this.
I gotta pull it up. Hold on.
No problem.
Yay, I think I found it. Oh, that's mine. Yay, I found it. Okay. I don't know if it just pulled my old email.
Yeah, it should be somewhere in your emails.
Yeah, you sent it to me on, actually, if you could probably pull it in your sent file if that's easier for you, on July 3rd.
Did you found, because I have it printed out, worksheets.
Oh, okay.
So let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, give me one more sec.
Okay. So first, send it. Why is it so hard to draw a crescent-shaped moon? Jeez. That's so wonky looking.
You got this.
I'm like, I'm gonna have to practice my moons.
That's funny. Okay.
So his ascendant is at 29 degrees Leo.
All right. So first of all, the death and disaster
Is the ascendant +8 minus the moon? Did I pull the right one?
Where'd it go? Let me check here. There it is. Yep. Ascendant +8 degrees minus the moon. So let me pull up dude's chart.
Right.
All right. So what, 29 degrees of Leo, this is ascendant. +8 degrees. So that's 37. All right. So minus his moon. His moon is 21 degrees of Sagittarius. So 37 minus 21 is 16 degrees. Oh yeah, we forgot to put in the minutes too.
So 57 Leo and 12 Sag.
Yeah. We got a minus 57 and 12. That's 45 minutes. Degrees. I'm just making sure I'm doing this right.
Yeah, you're fine.
Degrees. Do you have notes on the one we did for you?
Should. I took notes on everything.
Yeah, that's my problem is I have too many notes and it's like confusing.
I know, I'm like, let me find it.
Yeah, let's, because we did part of fortune. We did a few of them.
Yeah, we did.
Just trying to make sure.
I just have to find where I have it in my notes. I, for whatever reason, was very haphazard when I wrote my notes. And they're in no particular order.
All right, so I'm looking at the example of like part of astrology. It's like ascendant plus Uranus minus Mercury. So this example of Dave, and I'm just talking to myself here because I'm like out of it. I'm just out of it.
You're fine.
With my heart.
I know. I'm sorry.
So it's Dave's ascendant is 23 Scorpio. Plus Uranus is, huh?
Sorry, it cut out. I didn't hear.
Oh, I'm just looking at this example and saying it out loud to make sure I'm doing this right.
Right. Oh. I was looking at it too. I'm like, okay, what? How do we get what? Like they have 7S plus 5S, which is 12S.
Yeah. So part of astrology is ascendant plus Uranus minus Mercury. So his ascendant is 23 Scorpio. Plus Uranus is 8 degrees Virgo, 31 degrees, minus Mercury, which is 11 degrees, 20 degrees, 14 minutes. 20, how did you get?
It's part of whatever the top where it's like Aries is 0 to 12, Taurus is 1 to 2. Is it the degrees?
Oh, yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what 16 degrees 45 minutes is for Donald Trump.
Me too.
That's the piece I'm missing. Is that little chart. Okay, so 16 degrees. So 0 degrees is Aries, also 360 degrees is Aries. Taurus is 30 degrees. Gemini 60, and so on. Do you have that worksheet?
Yeah, the very top one.
Yeah. It's got like the 360 degree zodiac wheel on it.
Yep. So in my notes.
So we're looking at the math we just did, which was 16 degrees, 45 minutes for Trump's death and disaster. So where does 16 degrees fall on his chart?
Okay.
Is the answer.
It would be what? Aries?
Aries. Uh-huh.
Okay. So 16 degrees, 45 minutes Aries.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you say death and disaster in Aries, Aries always rules mechanics. It rules like knives. In a murder chart, Aries is always like swords and knives, like because it's like the warrior. Mm-hmm. So death and disaster for Donald Trump could be in the realm of a car accident. Aries rules mechanics, cars. Mm-hmm. It could be someone could stab him to death. But
the whole world's gonna stab him in the back.
So it's just
Oh man, so that's like death and disaster, meaning like how he could die, or just
it could be how he could die, but on more esoteric level, it could be what transformation happens for him. In what area of the chart does transformation happen for him? And Aries is the self. It's I am. It's Mars. So maybe if he, takes ayahuasca. Yeah, he could take ayahuasca. He could go deeply inward, and he could be like, "Oh my God, I'm going to change my ways."
Never gone deeply inward.
No.
About all we. He has a hard time drinking a glass of water with one hand. Have you seen those videos?
No.
He like takes the cup and he's like, instead of just, he has to like aid it, like help it take a drink.
Wow, he's a special guy. So
he's very special. Okay, so that's like a good reminder. I can do a couple more and I can just show you that I can do them.
All right, let's
like I don't have like if we don't
all right. That one like takes a few times to really get it in your brain, and then it'll stick. So that one I do suggest doing it a couple times. I need to do it a couple more times, obviously.
Right? It's like every time you get back in it, you're like,
I'm like, wait, this has been too long. All right. Well, yeah, that's definitely one I would star and do that one a few times.
Yeah.
And it's just you could do them for yourself too and see. There's so many different Arabic points. It's really like that's ancient astrology. Hellenistic astrology is an ancient form of divination. It's pretty dead on. It's pretty awesome. All right.
Okay, so I guess my next question for number 5 is the fixed stars. I don't think the fixed stars are on the charts that you sent me. Should I can just pull it myself, right?
Yeah. So if you open up like astro.com and put in his info, you just add the fixed star Regulus. There's regal and there's Regulus. Don't get those two mixed up.
Okay.
And does it aspect to anything? Let's just look that up now.
Okay.
Since I'm so into Donald Trump. My favorite guy.
Oh my goodness.
He's a good chart example though.
Yeah, he could definitely learn a lot because his personality is in the public eye.
Mm-hmm.
I have to enter him in mine. I don't have it in mine.
All right, well, we'll just look at mine for now.
$1946. Geez, he's old.
Yeah, dude's old.
I guess in my brain, I feel like in 2020, and obviously this has nothing to do with astrology, the president should not be in his 70s. I'm just saying.
Especially if you can't even drink a glass of water.
How are you alive? Like, for real. You can't even drink water by yourself.
How are you alive? So Regulus connects to Leo, and it's a star of fame and fortune.
Wow.
So I clicked on Regulus, and that's the easiest way to find it. Can you see this on astro.com, my screen?
No, I still see the test.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, sorry.
You're good.
I'm just like so exhausted. Imagine that.
Me too. All right, so Regulus is under this list of fixed stars on astro.com.
I think I got it. Maybe.
Let me know when you got it.
Okay, I got it.
All right, so then we're going to look at his chart and look at Regulus. Regulus is like conjunct his ascendant. So dude is made for fame and fortune. He's made for the public eye. It's a very fame and fortune kind of fixed star. And when you have it close to your ascendant or conjunct a planet, it's like you're really made to be seen, to be in the public eye, to have some kind of fame and fortune, whether that's you being a crappy president and everybody knows you exist, or you're an awesome singer, songwriter, whatever. But like, even though Donald Trump, you know, to a lot of us is an interesting person, like he's got so many people giving him power for his existence.
Yeah.
So he's designed to do what he's doing. He's definitely playing a role in the collective shift in consciousness. He's helping people to wake up quicker because people are going, that's our president? Oh my, or that's our leader? Oh my God, we got to do something. I'm going to really work on myself so I don't need a government because I don't want that.
Yeah.
All right. So let's look at the other test questions. All right. What is considered I should have put a critical degree in astrology. A critical degree is 0 degrees or 29 degrees.
Okay.
A critical degree is kind of like a last chance or a new beginning degree. Like the 29 degree is the last degree that you can have before it switches over to the next sign. So there's something critical about that planet that's in the critical degrees. If you have anything in 29 degrees, there's something critical you're learning in relation to that house or planet of that degree. If it's in 0 degrees, it's something brand new. It's a completely different, it's a new cycle for you, but 0 and 29 degrees are critical degrees in astrology. How many phases does the moon go through? How many faces does she have? Andrea?
8.
Yeah. And then we went through this and I sent you a little worksheet on the moon too. So it's got like it's from previous emails about like the 8 different phases. And do you remember that one?
Right off the top. I remember we went over each of the planets.
It was like a 2-part class, so it makes it kind of confusing, but let me. And I can just resend you all the worksheets for the classes.
I have them. I thought. That's 3. 4, we did 6 stars, Arabic Park, Tosca. 5, we did transiting planets. And we started planets.
I'm looking for it on my end.
I don't know, because I have all your emails. In my notes.
I'm just going to re-email them to you.
Okay. $6.25. That's weird. I found the day we went over the moon, and I don't show anything there. And when I pulled the email for it,
It's like one of those like
does it
6-page.
that I see?
I'll send you all the paperwork. I don't know which one exactly, but when you scroll down, there's a moon phase chart. It's like a huge circle with her different phases.
Yeah, I feel like I would remember seeing that. Why did I see that?
It was a while ago. It was like one of her first classes, I think.
Oh, I might have found it. Is it the planetary phases relationships one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it. Okay, so what's the question? Jeez.
Let me pull up my worksheet up. Sure.
How many phases does she go through?
Mm-hmm.
Is 8? Is that the same as how many phases?
Yeah, it's weird. I can't find it on my end, but I know that I sent. Did you say you found it?
Class 4, and then I have it's the advanced astrology outline, but when I scroll down, it has the planetary phase relationships.
Yeah, it should be that one.
Yeah.
All right. So phases does she go through? How many phases? So yeah, phases and phases. I said that was a trick question. It's the same.
Okay.
So 8
So
I just wanted.
the.
Yeah, you got this. I wanted you to see the chart because it says a lot about a person with when they were born. And we did this with, I think you're a gibbous, a waxing gibbous. You're born on a waxing gibbous. So then you look at that chart and this is how your personality is, or your emotions are like, or what you're here to learn. So it says a lot about you on a soul level of when you came down, like what phase you were born in.
Right.
Like for your kids too, like if your kids are born on a full moon, they're going to be like very explosive, dramatic, emotional people. Or are they born on a new moon and they're more introverted and they process their emotions quieter.
Right. I don't know if my kids process any emotion quite.
I'm a little being and I don't know what to do with all these emotions.
Nope. We don't have control of our emotions yet. That's one of the things I tell them all the time. I'm like, you can have all of the emotions you want, but your job is to try to be in control and not let them be.
Nice. That's a good,
like,
like a teacher.
I realize that adults can't even do this. I tell them that. Like, but that means you have a jump start on trying to figure this.
That's an amazing teacher right there. This is my entire problem with with people in my life.
We can talk about relationships later. That might be something I can actually help you with.
People and their emotions, and they don't know how to control their own emotions.
No,
okay, so
it's hard. Okay, so what?
Number 8, if the moon does not, I worded this wrong. If it does not illuminate, what's another word? Does not illuminate its own light. Explain what the moon does in a person's horoscope. So yeah, it's a reflector. It doesn't illuminate its own light. It's literally just reflects the light of the sun. So in a horoscope, it's the great reflector. It reflects back to people. And where's your moon?
Gemini.
No, I mean, what house? Was it the 11th?
Probably-ish. I don't even know. Let me look.
Yeah. So yeah, it reflects back something to humanity. If you have the moon in the 11th, it reflects back something to that area of the chart.
My moon, yep, 11th house.
So 11th house is the Aquarius and Uranus house. So 11th house is community, networks, groups you belong to. So your moon, your emotions reflect back something to community, to humanity, to groups and networks. So it also has to do with the internet, which makes it perfect for you to work with clients online. You can reflect back to them their own light.
Yeah.
So the moon's really important to study in the chart, the great reflector. Number 9, what cycle of the moon was Gandhi born in? Look at the sun and moon aspects and angles between them. You can use the worksheet about moon phases I sent you in previous classes, or use this website for a quick reference.
Grab Gandhi's chart. Sun and moon aspects. Are you talking about just between the two of them, or the sun's aspects and the moon's aspects?
Just the aspect between them.
On his chart, moon is at 19 degrees Leo. Sun 8 degrees Libra. on his actual like aspects between the sun and moon, there's nothing.
All right, so where's the sun and the moon?
So the sun is Libra, the moon is 19 degrees Leo. He was born under a waning crescent moon.
So you can kind of see just looking at the chart itself, like if it's the sun is directly opposing the moon, that's a full moon phase.
Okay.
Based on the chart. If the moon is conjunct the sun, it's a new moon. Because in the our solar system in general, every time we have a new moon, which was yesterday, it's because the sun in Leo was conjunct the moon in Leo. That makes a new moon. But when it's a full moon, whatever the sun is in, it'll be the opposite sign. So we just had a full moon in Aquarius, I think last month, because the sun is opposing the moon. Yeah. So those are easy to determine when you get charts like that have the complete polar opposite signs. It's like, oh, they're born on a full moon, or oh, they have a conjunct sun and moon. Oh, they are born on a new moon. But the harder ones are the ones that are like further apart from each other, which would be like studying the little chart I sent you and kind of getting yourself familiar with the different phases in a person's chart. And that's really through research on your own time. But I just wanted to open the door for that, as to start thinking about those things when you look at a person's chart. What moon phase were they born in? And yeah, you can Google it to kind of cheat, but studying this and the angles between the sun and the moon is another fun, handy little trick you can do as an astrologer.
Okay. So like on this chart where it's like new moon, crescent, first quarter, gibbous, whatever. Yeah. If I'm comparing his chart to that, is that where his moon is in that chart? Is that's what I'm looking at?
Yeah.
So like his moon is in the 10th house, which would be, near the balsamic moon then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then based on what phase they're born in, you would read that description. Again, okay. I don't have it in front of me, unfortunately.
So if it was the balsamic phase, it's under that it says prophet. And then the little couple sentences is, if successful movement toward the future is accomplished, there's a mobilization toward an internal future. The consciousness must find a creative way to merge itself with the spirit of the unborn new body of activity symbolized by the new conjunction.
Yeah. So you would kind of like analyze the person based on what moon phase they're born in, and see maybe that's kind of how their emotions are. It's kind of like they say the destiny of the person too is through the moon. Especially being a woman, being really naturally tied to the moon and her cycles.
I'm being rocked as far as that's concerned this time.
Yep.
I literally started my cycle on the Lion's Gate new moon.
Nice. I would love. I'm waiting for mine. I'm like, all right, but it's a letting go for me, and I'm in a space of not ready to let go yet.
All right.
I'm still like holding on to something that's dead. So I'm not quite there yet.
All right.
Yeah.
Next.
All right. So we got, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go through them all.
That's okay. I can, this put a fire under my butt. I'll finish them. I will.
Let's just look at a few more then.
Okay.
So using the free website astro.com, what is the country of origin for this website? What is the country of origin for astrodienst.com? Swiss. Sweden. They're Swiss. It's Sweden. On astro.com, show me how to A, open up the astrocartography scalable map using Teal Swan's chart, and B, find her Pluto line. Do you want to do that one?
Yeah.
Is there for you to share the screen, right?
Yeah, my Zoom is on my phone. So, hold on. I have a dual screen, so I can open it up on one, and then I just have to get logged in. Come on. Turn on. Where are you, Astro? Dude, Teal seems way older, not that old. I feel like she is not close to my age.
Well, she's definitely a higher consciousness being, that's for sure.
Wow, how Santa Fe, New Mexico? Why is that so hard to find here? I hadn't added her into my chart either. Sorry. Oh, it says I can't share. It says only the host can share in this meeting.
What?
So then.
Here, I changed it. Try again.
Wait, what does it want? I've never done it from my phone. Let's see what it's gonna show me. Is it showing it?
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna let you. It's letting you watch me log in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Only now your little image is it's a picture of you.
So it's not actually sharing the screen?
Well, I can see you logging in, but I can't see your face anymore. I just see a picture of you, but it's fine. It works.
had logged in on another screen and it's like making me do all of this. So anyway, here we go, hopefully. Great. Okay. And I'm finding her Pluto line.
Yep.
Is that just the big P, right? Or is it the sign for Pluto?
You would just see the big P, or you could click anywhere on the Pluto line and maybe just identify one of the places in the world where she would live on her Pluto line.
Okay. So if she was on her Pluto IC, Washington, on the East Coast, near Ottawa, Kingston, Jamaica, Peru. If we're, let's see, there. We're on the Pluto DC line. She could go to like somewhere in Alaska, or is it letting you watch this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see it pretty well.
Okay. Or like Nigeria.
Nice. She could do like a deep like cleansing of her soul in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Cool. I just wanted to see that you knew how to cast a scalable map for astrocartography for people.
Yeah, I
So,
feel pretty confident in that one.
Okay, so now I think the next question is cast a composite chart and show me that you know how to do that.
Okay. So share, please. Don't make me log all the way back in because I unshared. I think it is. Oh, good. It let me stay logged in. Maybe. Oh, it did. Okay. So a composite chart. Ooh.
So yeah, you would just go to chart type where it says natal chart wheel.
And then very top there was a composite chart midpoint, composite chart.
Oh, I think it froze or something.
Did it? Okay. It's probably because I'm searching through like the little option thing. I don't know. Maybe that.
Okay. Yeah, because if the same chart type, the natal chart wheel, you just scroll down to composite chart. And there's like 5 different composite charts, but one's called the David method, and that one's like the most accurate aside from the composite midpoint method. But those are the only 2 that are really accurate that I would recommend using.
Okay. So there's a composite chart midpoint method, and then did we do the one with the reference place? Not that one, right? Just the plain.
We could do the reference place is for astrocartography charts. We could do that one too.
I think it's because we did that one. We looked what it would be if
you moved to, or if you took a vacation somewhere.
Right.
Then you would use the yeah.
Is it still showing or is it frozen still?
No, I can see it now.
Okay.
So you and Robert together. So then you would look at the sun, which is in Pisces. You'd look at there's all kinds of fun stuff to look at in a composite chart. Like, it's literally like the soul of the relationship, like what you're evolving together. You look at Pluto and Scorpio in the second house. Second house is finances and resources. So you guys are like learning about money and resources together. Like, you're evolving through that.
Yeah.
So like, you're evolving through money problems, you're evolving through resource problems, you're like rising above all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Saturn is what you guys are maturing in the relationship, which is third house communication. Plus Scorpio is like deep intimacy. So you guys are maturing through those things. Mars in the sixth house, you have a lot of energy for being of service for people or small pets or your health. Sixth house is health. Black Moon Lilith is the shared fear in the relationship, which is 1 degree of Aries. So that's fear of unworthiness. So both of you guys are working through fear of unworthiness together.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one. You get the point. You both have. Let's see. And then you look at your North Node. That's another point in the chart of what you're evolving together, and it's in Taurus.
Mm-hmm.
So you're evolving through money, resources, stability, slow, practical steps together to meet your goals. That's the same one me and Tyler have. All right, so let me look at, before you close that, let me look at the other questions.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's it for the show and tell one.
Okay.
So I just have a few minutes left, but describe Donald Trump's transiting Pluto. What constellation is Pluto in? What house? Any aspects to his Pluto? You can do that one on your own. That one's easy. And then it says astrology essentially asserts that each individual is his or her own what?
Universe.
Yeah. Astrology often uses the quote "as above, so below." Who originally wrote the quote? The quote. God, I can't talk today. The quote. Why did they call him thrice born? Hermes. How do you say it? Trismegistus. But that's a really important person to research.
Okay. I will have to look that one up. I didn't know that one.
Yeah, he's an amazing, like, esoteric. They say thrice born because he incarnated like from Hermes to Thoth, the ancient Egyptian god Thoth, who is also Metatron, one of the archangels. So it's the same being incarnated like twice, but 3 times born, so 3 times, who coined the term "as above, so below, as within, so without," which is the basis for astrology. So research him. He's a cool dude.
You said it's Hermes
Trismegistus or whatever.
How do I say that?
I don't know.
I like the way you said it.
Trismegistus. I don't know.
How many are currently in our solar system?
Huh?
I didn't change my number when they said they changed the number, so mine is still 9. Like, you cannot take Pluto away from me.
Oh yeah. Well, 10 then.
Sorry. 10 then,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
10.
I got pissed. I was like, Pluto's my favorite planet. You can't take that. You can't take it away from me.
You don't get to take that away. Hell no, you don't. Who are you?
I took the astronomy class, and the woman had like a doctorate in astronomy, and we had this conversation about why they demoted Pluto, and she said, honestly, all of the really higher up people in the astronomy community came together and they did a vote. And because they had a plane to catch and they were in a hurry, they did a quick half-assed vote. And because the majority ruled that Pluto is no longer a planet, they took the majority votes. But it was very hurried, and it pissed off a lot of people. And so there's still now a planet in our solar system, but now it's just a dwarf planet. But it's still a planet. They were going to remove it altogether. So at least it's still in our solar system and it's still ours. But the dwarf planet is the smallest, but it's the most powerful in our solar system.
Yeah, well, and who are you to decide that? You don't get to decide that. You're not God yet.
Well, I'm an astronomer and therefore I am God. No, I get it. I was also pissed.
Soul in a human body. Get out of here.
Well, they're like, well, the planet, their reasoning was they were finding all these asteroids that were twice as big as Pluto. And if Pluto, the planet, is twice as small as asteroid, then they're like, yeah, we got to demote it. Sorry.
Well, do the asteroids stay in the same orbit around the sun?
Some of them do.
Yeah.
So they found what? Cumaeus. Cumaeus is one of the big planets. I got a map right here, actually. Yeah. Oh, wow. Eris. I got like Eris, Macame, and Haumea are dwarf. They're all dwarf planets, and they're bigger than Pluto. So they had to demote Pluto to a dwarf planet because they're the size of a dwarf planet. And so there's some asteroids like Eris that's bigger than Pluto. So they're like, yeah, we need to demote it to a dwarf planet. But anyway, at least they didn't take it out of our solar system altogether, so that's good. All right, so
yeah, well, I mean, they don't tell me what to do.
And Pluto, I think this is one of the questions, actually. Where was Pluto discovered?
Flagstaff?
Flagstaff, Arizona in 1930. And so that's another thing which explains, it reflects the power that Arizona has. Arizona is such a powerful place for healing and transformation and spiritual growth. And so many people come here for their spiritual evolution. And so when I found that out, I was like, nice, like Arizona really is powerful.
It really is a beautiful place too. Like I don't have a problem with Arizona or Prescott. I just have the problem with the people of the places.
Yeah, well, I get it. All right, so
you gotta go, huh?
Yeah. What do you tell people when they say they do not believe in astrology? I like this one.
What do I tell people?
Yeah.
Actually, this is a funny story that goes right into it. When I came into town last couple weeks ago, my brother and I went to my parents and I drove. On the way back, I have a little raven figurine on my dashboard. And he grabbed it and he's like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Well, you're going to think I'm crazy." And he's like, "I already think you're crazy." And I was like, "You do? What?" And he's like, "Yeah, but that's okay. Like, that's okay." And I'm like, "All right." I'm like, "Well, it's a guide I have. It's a spirit guide or totem that I have. You know, like I did a meditation and that's what came up." And he was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Actually, since we're on this topic, brother, like, what is it about astrology and the things that I do that makes you feel like I'm crazy?" And he stopped and I was like, and like, what do you know about it? He's like, "Well, the only thing I know about it is like, you know, Yahoo front page, there's my horoscope." And I was like, "Well, if that's all you believe, then I can believe that you would think I'm crazy." But that's not it at all. I said, astrology and your horoscope, you know, quote unquote, your horoscope is, and when I explained to people, I said, it's a snapshot of the universe, the moment your soul incarnated on this planet. And it's the energies and how your soul works with the energies pulling from the different planets and signs in our solar system. He's like, what? And I'm like, well, I'm like, think of it. I think you even used this analogy once. I was like, think of us as an onion, and the outermost layer of that onion you peel away is your sun sign, and every layer you peel away after that is another sign or another layer of who you are and what your horoscope can tell you about who you are and what you came for in this reincarnation.
Nice.
And then I just so happened to have this book with me, and I opened it up to him and I made him read the little preface about starting your journey towards self-understanding. And really that's what it is to me. It's like, especially when I'm talking to parents, they're like, we don't have a rule book, there's no guidebook, there's no directions that were sent home with this child. And I'm like,
yeah.
Correction, rule book, guide, everything you need to know.
Nice. Yes. I love it. Very cool.
That's how I explain astrology to people.
No, I like it because every single astrologer has to continually stand their ground with the enormity of humans that are in the dark about it. And so instead of getting offended, we have a chance to teach them something.
Right.
And so I just wanted to hear your personal.
Yeah. The other big one I met with is like, I can't have your witchy stuff and go to church. And I'm like, why? My witchy stuff has never told me I can't believe in God, and it never told you can't believe in your God. I said the reason that religion, in my opinion, doesn't want you to get into astrology is because you will realize that you don't need religion to believe in God, to have a relationship with Source and yourself.
Nice.
They're scared that you don't need them anymore.
Yep. They want you to be dependent on them because that's where all their power comes from.
Right. Well, because religion is really a means of population control. They had to have a set of guidelines to keep these people in control.
Yep. Especially the women.
Is to put fear into someone and then create a guideline. No, don't cheat, don't steal, don't this, all these things. When if you're focused on your chart and who you are and what you're trying to do on this earth, those things aren't even a problem. Generally, if you can work. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm so proud of you right now. Thank you for thinking for yourself and teaching other people. That's the Aquarian way. I'm so proud of you. Teach people to think for themselves.
Well, that's the biggest thing I tell people. Still go to church. I'm not telling you not to go to church. I'm not telling you to not believe in your God. That's fine. This is work on you specifically.
Know thyself, and you will know the world.
Right? You will realize that you are the universe. It's all one.
Yeah.
God, Source, you, one.
And this is why I love astrology. So there's 37 questions altogether. So we're like more than halfway there. However, I'm open to meeting again. We can finish it together, or you could do it on your own. That's up to you. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye. Just send me a text if you want to meet. Like this weekend.
Okay.
Would be best
what
for me.
I'll do is I'll like go over the rest of it and answer all the questions that I can, and anything that I kind of have a question on or want to talk about, I'll just leave for that, and then I'll let you know.
Okay. We could do, even if you needed just an hour, we could go through the rest of them.
Okay.
Otherwise, until next time, and I'm excited to mail this certificate to you. I'm proud of you. You've come a very long way since I've met you. Holy shit. You should be very proud of yourself.
Thank you. I am really working not pushing those compliments off, not putting my mirror up to like.
Yeah, take them in. Good job. Good for you.
I've done a lot of work. You're right. I did something the other day and I texted Rob back and I was like, I'm a badass. And he's like, yeah, you are, but what? And I was like,
yeah.
I was able to do something really fucking hard and I'm okay. I'm still standing. Like,
yeah. Leo rising. Fucking Leo rising. That's fucking amazing right there. Just being Leo rising. All right, woman, I love you. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon.
You too.
Bye.
Love you.
Love
Bye.
you too.